Hi, it's Jess here from Nigezza Create. Thank you for joining me again today. So I'm going to bring you day 6 and day 7. It is the 7th today. I didn't get a chance to do the 6th yesterday. I had a big day out that then ended up into the night. So I'm having a bit of a lazy day today because I need it. So day 6 is memory, day 7 is stitched. I might go on and do, I don't know if I'm going to go on. I'm leaving it at that for now. I've thought about my memory. I've thought about stitched. So stitched, I've got this lovely dice. I've never used it. It's called Stitch Leaves Dies. It's a retired Stampin' Up set. I bought it after it retired. I quite liked it at the time. I think I've got a stamp set that goes with it as well, but I'm not really sure about that. I think I do have, but lots of stitching on there. So I thought that might be me stitched. It might not. But memory, so I've got this beautiful sheet here. I don't want to do much with that because I just think it's lovely. Got an envelope there, some of the spray that I did on the other page has come through, quite like that. And so I thought I can pop a memory in there. And a memory I've got is that 7 years ago this month I became a Stampin' Up demonstrator, and I have made so many friends in that time, and this might be my last month as a Stampin' Up demonstrator. I haven't done anything Stampin' Up for a long time, so but I do have absolutely shed loads of Stampin' Up products and I love them. So this is going to be my memory of Stampin' Up. And so I've got a bit of craft card that I'm going to use because I am. I've got this very old piece of paper. This is way back from probably 7 years ago, and I thought the colours of this would go nicely with that. So I think I'm going to cover this envelope with that, and my memory that I'm going to put inside the envelope is me and my friend Jill. Now, if you've watched me for a long time, you will know that me and Jill used to do monthly lives. Jill and Jez, Come Crafting with Jill and Jez. That was our Facebook group. We don't do our lives anymore. Yeah, and we've just become the best of friends, and we met on the very first Stampin' Up event that I ever went to. Oh, there's people in the background there that may not want to be on show. Yeah, and I love that photo because that's at a Stampin' Up event, and we're actually crafting, and normally we don't. We just chat and laugh and go around and talk to other people and don't actually do much crafting. But on this event, I think it was the first ever event that we actually made some things, which is quite rare. And yeah, so I love that picture. So I thought I'd use that as my memory. I'm going to use some Stampin' Up dies to cut it out, make a nice frame. That's what the craft card is for. And then I've got this quote, which is one of my favourite quotes for journaling and scrapbooking things, is these are the moments we will look back on with joy. And I think that's what most memories are. We look back on them with joy. I mean, there are sad memories as well, but even, you know, sad things, like it's 12 years this year that I lost my mum, but I still look back at moments with her with joy. So you know, tinged with sadness, but yeah, that's the quote I'm gonna use as well. So I'm gonna start with doing some die cutting. So I thought this smallest frame here, that I'm going to cut that out, and they'll still see a little bit of people there, which I thought I'll cover up in some way. So that's going to get cut out like that. I'm going to cut a big bit of that for this to sit on, and then I might cut a frame as well to go on top. I'll need another bit of this. I've got some. So that's my plan. So I'm going to get so that's that bit of die cutting, and then I want to stamp the stamp and die cut that out. So let's get the stamp out. So I'm going to do all the die cutting together. I've got a little bit of brown packaging somewhere, which I thought, yeah, that's what I'll stamp on, because I think that will look quite good on there. Oh, I've got loads of stamps that I really need to put away. I'm not putting anything away because I'm like using it every day. So I'm going to use Night of Navy. That's the blue in the paper I've pulled out, and I think it goes quite well with the blue in the wrapping paper. So I'm going to put that on that. So let's get it nice and straight. We've got Recycle Me Please there. I think I'll stamp underneath that and hope I'm straight. Yeah, that's good enough for me. Good enough for me. And yeah, don't sing, Jess, for goodness sake. Actually, instead of die cutting, maybe I'll rip. Rip down there, rip down there. I've got lines on the paper to sort of follow. Yeah, that's quite cool. Let's give that an ink and see what it's looking like. So I hope you're enjoying these videos. People seem to be getting, you know, nice comments on them, and I'm quite enjoying doing it. I've got ideas for doing a weekly thing like this after January. So yeah, I'm always wanting to record memories. I keep all sorts of every ticket and what have you, and yeah, it's nice to actually stick things down there. I quite liked that. Might do a little bit more, but that was my feelings. That simply spoke for itself with that beautiful paper there. I want to stick this over the envelope. I want to cut it down, so I think I want to leave a little border, so we'll cut down there and we'll cut down there. If I can actually see that, we'll see. So oh yeah, I can see that there. And where's my mark on this side? Is that it there? About there, isn't it? Oh, get your glasses on, Jez. Now you can't see a thing. Where did I put it? Do you know, absolutely rubbish. There. It's there. It's because it's on the blue. Not sure that this is quite hitting it. Not Jez, you missed it. Right, let's go back up there. There we go. Got ya. So that's that. That's going there, right? So we want to cut down there, cut down there, So how far? Oh, so difficult. So difficult to know what I want to do. What I'm going to do is find the middle bit. And I'm going to cut down so far. I might measure to give myself an idea of how far I want to go down. About 1 3/4 down there. About 1 3/4. So I'm gonna, where's the centre there? So I go down about 1 3/4, which is down to there. Oh, I'm just being a bit proper cack-handed with that. Let's put memory up there. And right, we can go a little bit further. Yeah, so that is going to go along to there. And then at that point, so let's see, I'm going to cut that about right ish. Might go, yeah, that's about right. So what I might do is now follow that and hope it's a bit symmetrical. Going with a hope and a prayer. Yeah, that'll do. I'm going to neaten that up a bit because I do. Right, it's not quite straight there. If you keep cutting and cutting and cutting, it'll just be ridiculous, Jez. And cover it up with a little bit of something, but basically that can get stuck down there. So I want to do a little bit of, I'll just use the other side of that, a little bit of ink in around the edges. Yeah, now I'm going to go around the edge of this. In blue. So just going to glue this down. And I want that on the other side. Yeah, I think I'm just going to stick it down, not do out else. Got memory there. It needs straightening. I'm going to stick it on a bit of this, I think. Now, do I want to put a little piece of lace or a little bit of lace, whatever the hashtag is. I could put a little bit along there, cover that, gubbins up. Yeah, I might cut that there. Yeah. So I want a bit underneath there. So now I'm thinking about it. I want an alcohol marker to colour. Got a night and navy one. So let's colour this so that it matches and stands out a bit more. Now, do I like the look of one underneath that? Yeah, I think I will. So we've got that on there and that on there, and then we'll just have the die cutting to do, won't we? So that's that. So now I'm just going to do the die cutting of the photograph and frame. There we are. So they're die cut out. So I cut this out, and then I cut a big one out, and then I layered them so that I would get a separate frame to go over. Could still see these people who may not want to be shown, so I've taken a little emery board and I'm just distressing the corners like that. I've done this before to make postcards look old, so I just thought, oh, we'll make the corners distressed. And I remembered that one of my tag topper punches that I've got give you loads of these, which I collect, and I thought they look like a bit like photo corners, so I thought I'd maybe pop those on. And if I go over that bit that's being distressed there, I thought give a little bit of a vintage look. You can still see a bit there. There we go. You're definitely gone now. If it was just for me, I wasn't showing it on a video, I'd probably not bother. So we've got these. Like the look of that. Just to pop in the corners. I remember doing a scrapbook for my parents' 50th wedding anniversary, and using a lot of photo corners like this on their photos, because I used a lot of very old photos in that, not originals. I did scan them all. Right, not now. And yeah, so yeah, quite liked the idea of that. That one, love that one. So these will be from having made tags something or another. There, like the look of that. I want the frame bit to stand out a bit, so just make that slightly darker. I sometimes emboss. I've got like a wood grain embossing folder, but usually I make the frame a little bit thicker if I'm going to do that. I don't think it'd really show much on this. So just looking out the window, the sun's shining. I believe it's bitterly cold though, but I think we're going to go out for a little walk to blow off the kebabs. I had a dreadful night last night. I was still wide awake at 4 AM, having been in bed about 3 hours trying to sleep. Oh, longer than that, 4 hours, Jez. And yeah, that'll learn me to drink espresso martinis made with espresso coffee at night. That's really not a good idea. It's not very conducive to sleep in that. It's not really made it much darker, if I'm honest. I might get a bit of, oh, talking of espresso, let's get a bit of espresso, early espresso. We'll use that one. Go around the edges. Oh, that's making it darker. Yeah, that'll do. So I'm going to glue that down, and then we'll glue the corners down, and then we're just about done. And then I've got to think about the next page. So yeah, that's just going to go in there like so. And I can write some things on the back there, but I won't do that on camera. That'll be like a private memory. And that pop in there. You can just see our glasses poking out there. So that is just a simple little layout there, letting this paper really do most of the talking. Nice little quote, lovely little memory. So that's that one. So now we've got to move on here to day 7. Now I love that. I love that. I don't really want to do much with that at all. And the fact that I picked out this to use over here, I think is quite apt, given that that is florals, and I'm going to use leaves on this side. I think that will just be pretty. I think I'll just do a pretty little layout with these leaves. Oh, right, so I want to get some green cardstock to go with that. I'm thinking Pear Pizzazz, if I happen to have any left. I got rid of lots of colours I don't use. Let's have a little look-see. Right, there's a little scrap of, I think that's Pear Pizzazz. And that's Old Olive, I think. Don't really think either of them are that good. Let me have another little gander. Right, I found lots of greens, scraps and full sheets. And that maybe bits of different colours will look better. Yeah, I'm thinking that. Yeah, I'm sure I've got some scraps of that. So what I'm going to do is just die cut. So that cuts it out with a stitched edge, and then that leaves an imprint in it. So those are the two bigger ones. They'll have to come out of this one because they'll fit on that. I can fit these these ones on here. We'll do a couple on here, so we do that one and that one on there, and we'll have that one on there, and I might see what that does. So I'll get all that done. Okay, so I've cut them all out, and what I didn't realise, oh, I've put them away and I haven't put that one away, is that the stitching around the edges is on the outside of the die. So I've got all these cutouts with stitching around. So there was a bit of me that thought I could use those as little windows. I don't know yet. I've just cut them out. That's what that looks like, which I think is quite a cool effect. Makes me think of a city skyline, but I don't think I'm going to use it. But you know, it's fun to cut out. It's nice to sort of see what they look like. I'm just going to chuck that in the packet whilst I'm working. So I've got lots of leaves. I could just have a little cluster of leaves here going on, maybe, and then I've got these sort of stitched effect ones, or I could fussy cut out the stitch effect ones and have some stitching going on instead of I might do that. Let's have a little look what that might look like. I might cut out one of these that I clearly can't cut out as a rectangle, so we'll just go around and see what this would look like. Right, so that is one cut out there. I suppose I could put those on the other page and then you can still see through. Maybe so. Let's cut another one out. Right, that's them all done now. And now I'm just thinking about what we might do. Maybe something like that. I think that's quite pretty. And I've got some stamps that are stitching. You can't really put any of this in the machine. Some people don't have sewing machines, so that's why I thought I'd do faux stitching. There's my stitching one. So there's my stamp set. So I think what I'm going to do is glue these down. I'm going to probably stamp a bit of stitching around the outside, and I might stamp some stitching on this, and that'll be it. And then we just need our little title of stitched, and that'll be that. So let's just might start gluing actually. Now it's all come off, we'll stamp actually. I think that is my best bet. I'm gonna stick that underneath there, so I've got a flat surface to stitch on. I might do a blanket stitch, top and bottom maybe, zigzag down the side. That's my thoughts. So what can get blocked there, Jez, but needs must. Right, I'm going to go with Mossy Meadow so it matches, although it'll come out a little bit different on this colour. But yay! It's quite a juicy pad. I have re-inked it, not recently, but I did re-ink it. Yeah. Right, and I might put it on this one as well. Yeah, it's gone off the edge a little bit, don't matter. I'm sure if I sewed it, I might go off the edge a little bit. Yeah, right, now let's get zigzag now, I think. So that's my stitching done. Got to be careful because with it being juicy, it's not going to dry straight away. So we'll clean that off. I think this needs another spray. I'm thinking I might do a bit of inking up on some of these. So, oh, I forgot I used this on something really dark. That's shocked me that that's come out so dark. Oh, never mind. I need to really get rid of that dark colour. I mean, I'm getting to the stage where I need a new dauber anyway. But, yep, so that is my little spray of leaves. So it's just a matter of, oh, I might put it up there. Stick stitched. Keeping it simple, I think. Yeah, we'll put it there, and I'll just leave that as it is because it's just such a beautiful page. And why cover it up? There we go. So that's day 6 and day 7, and it is the 7th today, so I'm doing it on the 7th, although I'm not going to schedule it until the 8th. Put this out on the 8th, and then hopefully that'll be Monday, and then on Tuesday I'll do neutral and foliage. I think that's my plan. So that is the next bit in Junk Journal January. I hope you've enjoyed that, and I will be back very soon with another one. Yes, Monday and Tuesday I'll put these out, and then Wednesday will be my normal video. Okay, bye for now. Have fun.